Imagine this. You wake up in the morning, open your fridge, and it's full of food. You have choices: cereal, eggs, toast, fresh fruit. But now, picture this. Somewhere in the world, a mother wakes up and has nothing to give her children. They go to bed hungry, not knowing when their next meal will come. This is the reality of world hunger. We live in a world where enough food is produced to feed everyone. Yet, over 828 million people suffer from hunger every day. That's almost 1 in 10 people worldwide. Some regions are hit harder than others. Take the Horn of Africa, countries like Somalia, Ethiopia, and Kenya. Droughts have destroyed crops, livestock is dying, and food is scarce. In Somalia, children are dying because they don't have enough to eat. But it's not just Africa. In Yemen, years of war have caused food shortages so severe that people are literally starving to death. So why do some nations have plenty, while others have almost nothing? The answer lies in 4 key areas. Some countries, like the US, Australia, and parts of Europe, have fertile land, advanced farming, and high-tech irrigation. They grow more food than they need. Meanwhile, in Africa and parts of Asia, farming depends on rainfall. When drought hits, crops fail, and people go hungry. Rich countries invest billions in agriculture, research, and food production. Farmers have access to machines, fertilizers, and support systems. But in poor countries, farmers can't afford modern tools. They work with their hands using outdated methods that produce lower yields. Think about how food moves from farms to your table. In wealthy nations, food travels smoothly from farms to warehouses, trucks, and supermarkets. But in poorer regions, bad roads, lack of refrigeration, and poor storage mean food often spoils before reaching people. War and political instability make hunger worse. In countries like Syria, South Sudan, and Afghanistan, food cannot reach those in need because of violence, government corruption, or military blockades. Even when food aid is available, it doesn't always get to the people who need it. Now, here's the shocking part. While millions starve, we waste 1/3 of the food we produce. That's 1.3 billion tons of food thrown away every year. How does this happen? At home, people buy more than they eat, and leftovers end up in the trash. At supermarkets, the stores throw away ugly fruits and vegetables because they don't look perfect. At restaurants, buffets and fast food places dump tons of food every day. On farms, if prices drop too low, farmers leave crops to rot rather than sell them at a loss. Meanwhile, in places like Somalia or Haiti, families survive on small food rations. Children suffer from malnutrition because they don't get the vitamins and minerals they need to grow. This is a global paradox. Food wasted in one part of the world, while people starve in another. If rich countries have too much food, why don't they just send it to those in need? Unfortunately, it's not that simple. Shipping food across continents is expensive. Fresh food needs refrigeration, and transport costs money. Who pays for it? Every country has different food safety standards. Some won't accept donated food due to strict import rules. If we dump free food into poor countries, local farmers can't sell their crops. They go out of business, and in the long run, hunger gets worse. In war zones, food aid is often stolen and sold on the black market instead of reaching the hungry. Hunger is a massive problem. But solutions exist. Here's what needs to happen. Poor countries need better farming tools, irrigation, and education to increase food production. If farmers can grow more food, they won't depend on outside aid. Supermarkets should donate extra food instead of throwing it away. Countries like France already have laws requiring stores to give unsold food to charities. More nations should follow this example. Building better roads, storage facilities, and transportation systems will help food reach the people who need it most. Droughts and floods are making food shortages worse. Investing in climate-resilient crops and sustainable farming can protect food supplies. Developing nations need fair prices for their crops. If small farmers earn more, they can reinvest in their farms and communities. You might be wondering, what can I do about world hunger? Here are 3 simple steps. Plan your meals. Store food properly. Don't buy more than you need. Groups like the World Food Program, Action Against Hunger, and Feeding America work to end hunger. Donations and volunteering make a difference. Talk about this issue. Share information. The more people who know, the greater the pressure on governments and corporations to take action. World hunger is not about a lack of food. It's about inequality, waste, and broken systems. But the good news is we can fix it. By investing in agriculture, reducing waste, and working together, we can create a world where no one has to go to bed hungry. Food should not be a privilege. It should be a basic human right. And together, we can make that happen. Thank you for watching. Food scarcity is a problem we can solve together. Every action counts. Stay informed, stay kind, and keep making a difference. See you next time.